Hollywood stars and celebrities say no way, they had no sway when it came to the election. Look the other way. And no, of course, they did not take payments from the Kamala Harris campaign. It's all lies, it's all mistruths, misinformation. Folks, today we're carrying across the nation the latest and what we know from the sources who say, uh-oh, for the celebrities. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, backgrounds, and creeds. You are welcome here, where our only screed is to tell the truth, to bring you the news as best we can. Keeping you ahead of the culture curve is our passion, no matter what the Holly Weirds may say. Folks, as we get ready to get underway today, bringing you the best information when it comes to what really happened with celebrities and how and why, we are unlikely to ever find out exactly how much they made, and it's intentional. Well, click the like button, and here we go. We've got some more follow-up on the Kamala Harris celebrity get-rich stuff that was apparently happening, and we've got celebrities saying, nuh-uh, wasn't me, I didn't do it. Let's find out what's really going on. We're going to dive in deep in a way that many others will not. This is out of Newsweek. Did Kamala Harris pay celebrities to endorse her? Oprah Winfrey speaks out. The Big O is now saying no. Kamala Harris' campaign has been accused of spending millions of dollars on paying celebrities to endorsify her. An account on X, formerly Twitter, known for sharing political news with a right-wing tilt, claimed that the Harris campaign spent $20 million on celebrity endorsements, including to Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo, Eminem, and Oprah Winfrey. Sounds like a cast of Disney's New Avengers. Here's what it says, but it says so without much in terms of sourcing. It says, holy smokes, Kamala's campaign wasted $20 million to buy the endorsements of celebrities, $5 million to Megan Thee Stallion, $3 million to Lizzo, $1.8 million for Eminem, $1 million for Oprah, and 6 figures to appear on the Call Her Daddy podcast. All right, so let's go to this for a moment. This is the actual post on X. And if we scroll down the quartering, Jeremy says there is no source for this outside of the $1 million for Oprah. Now, I'm going to slightly disagree with Jeremy on this at my own risk, and that is that the 6 figures to Call Her Daddy podcast, we do have that confirmed now because they built an entire studio, a replica studio, so she wouldn't have to travel from L.A. from Washington. Now we go to Rolling Stone.
Let's not forget that there were some significant overhead in building that studio, because everyone who has seen this has made it clear that building that thing, that was like $20,000 maximum, and even that is pushing it.
Yep,
they were able to get
totally
it to
agree.
100,000.
I totally agree, and I'm going to show you how there's some weaseling out. We're going to pay very close attention to some language issues here, folks. Out of Rolling Stone, which we will not read, and that is because Rolling Stone is one of those few places that just, I really do think they're disingenuous, like intrinsically disingenuous. My opinion, I'm allowed to have one. But by Emily Zemler, it says Oprah Winfrey's team denies she was paid, quote, personal fee, unquote, to appear at Harris event. Now, the funny thing about this is nobody is claiming that Oprah Winfrey was paid a quote-unquote personal fee. I don't even know what a quote-unquote personal fee is. The claim is that her company that she runs was paid $1 million, and that's not just a claim. The receipt is out there. 2 payments, same day, $500,000 or $500,000 each. So the personal fee, I'm sorry, that's when you set up your own highly parametered language so that you can deny it and nobody was claiming it, something smells. Mm-hmm. All right, this is the article I want to go to start off the panel's conversation. It's out of the New York Post. It says Kamala Harris campaign's election eve concerts said to cost up to $20 million as staff vendors fear they won't be paid. This is how I think they're doing it. And this is why I think the celebrities are able technically to say they were not paid. It says, you live, you learn. Finger pointing has erupted over the Kamala Harris campaign, blowing up to $20 million on swing state concerts Monday night. Now pause for a moment, folks. That's one night. Concerts on a single night. $20 million. That is not the total sum. So then the question is, well, how much did they actually spend on all this stuff? Well, we don't know, but we know for this Monday night from the New York Post, $20 million on a single night for concerts. Hours before the VP's spectacular election loss to Donald Trump, prompting concern that staff and vendors won't get paid amid reports the campaign is in debt by the same amount. Members of the defeated Harris team tell the Post that the concerts had a ruinous effect on the Democratic campaign's coffers, and that the fact was no secret, with one planned performance by the 90s alt-rock goddess, Alanis Morissette, getting scrapped to save money. In other words, you don't get no endorsement from Ironic Girl unless you can pay the girl. The seven swing state yeah, don't you think? The seven swing state concerts on election eve featured performances by John Bon Jovi in Detroit, Christina Aguilera in Las Vegas, Katy Perry in Pittsburgh, Lady Gaga in Philly, with 2 Chainz joining Harris on November 2nd, 3 days before the election, for an 8th concert in Atlanta. We also, folks, should not forget that Beyonce was supposed to do a concert with Kamala earlier in the election cycle, showed up and didn't sing, and people got mad about it. 2 sources said that Obama campaign alum Stephanie Cutter pushed the concert concept as a way to woo lower propensity voters to the polls. All right, so here's the question.
Well, I would also say that they did that so they could actually show that she could draw a crowd, which she was unsuccessful in doing without high-powered celebrity things like that.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Celebrities, when they attend a concert as the headline or the second act or whatever, they typically get paid. What we don't know here, and will be very difficult to ever know, because I don't think this has to be disclosed, as long as the Harris campaign paid the production companies or the companies that manage these concerts for the celebrities, that's all the disclosure I think that has to be made. And so it's going to be very difficult, if ever, for us to know exactly how much money landed in the hands of these big uber-rich stars. But I think the pushback at this point is meritless. And the reason I say that is because I don't care if the money went to Oprah's company and not to Oprah's personal bank account, because I don't know where the money goes after it goes into Oprah's company. And I would say that Oprah's company is, at least in some way, whether it's officially, technically, or colloquially, it's part of her assets. It's part of her worth in some way. So however the money got over into one of her assets, I don't care. And the same thing goes for these other celebrities. But I think that is now how the celebrity is going to say, oh, no. I didn't take any money. No, you just participated in a concert that had like a $5 million price tag or an $8 million price tag, and we'll never, ever know where that money went, to how it was divvied up. But I think Hollywood is very eager right now to push back and say, nuh-uh, no way. We don't shill out our endorsements for cash. But the truth is, folks, we may never know who's trash and who's doing this from their pro bono bona fides. All right, panel, thoughts on the celebrities taking money perhaps to endorse?
I have
Not
one
everybody
quick
wants
thought.
now. Yes, Andre.
First quick thought is because this is in reference to what they said about like saving money. They skipped on the Alanis Morissette concert because that was too expensive. I think that you had like probably 2 fees for Beyonce. One fee for showing up and saying a few words, and another much higher fee for performing. And they figured they could get away with just having her come and speak and not perform, which was a big mistake because the crowd booed afterwards. So impressive stuff. Most impressive.
Let me ask this, and anybody can have at this one. I think it's interesting that the Joe Rogan interview would have been for free. Like that's free publicity. And it would have reached out. And I'm not saying it would have made her win. I'm not saying that it was the right choice for her to go on Joe Rogan. I'm just saying I think it's interesting that she had a free option and they elected not to take the free option that would have reached out.
And that's why she did. That's why she didn't do it, bro. Because when you're paying somebody in these situations, you know that you're in a safety net. You know, things are going to go according to the way you're paying for them to go. Going on Joe Rogan would have been it would have been a free for all. And I think that's why she didn't want to do it.
I got a huge amount of money.
I know. I figured you did. How did the interview go?
Excellent.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Appalling
really
news.
good.
Folks, go check it out.
Yep.
Jonas, do you think the celebrities are going to win this one and everything just moves on, or do you think that we're seeing a paradigm shift.
I'll tell you, when you started describing this, I thought you were going to say that the celebrity's defense that they hadn't been paid to appear was literally that they had not actually come through with the payments, and then they would do that sometime later, which is the kind of silly little semantic word games that we fully expect when we talk about politics. A loan-out corporation, that's something everyone in Hollywood probably understands. You're signing on the services of someone as opposed to signing the person themselves, things like that. So it's just it's so silly for them to say we haven't been paid because someone else received the money. The people that pay me receive the money, and they will pay me a completely different set of dollars. No, it's not those dollars. It's these other dollars that I'm receiving. It's semantics, and it's silly, and it's the intent to deceive. So, what can we do about it except the deceptive fact pattern, which is one of our favorite things to do on the Pro Channel.
We just have to be careful and say, though, that in this story, there are a number of celebrities and their organizations, and we cannot know for certain the hearts, the motivations of any of these people. So we want to put that disclaimer out there for everybody so that all know that we're not trying to dragnet every single celebrity and say, oh, yeah, we're not trying to say that Taylor Swift took money and Beyonce took money. We're not trying to say that. We're just saying, folks, the pushback from some of these celebrities is awfully couched in language that makes it easy for them to deny it. But there's no real broader blanket statements yet. We'll see how that goes. And put another one in the can, folks. A video of excellence has been birthed into existence, and you were there to witness it. Thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Folks, it's a great time anytime we get to share time with you, and we mean it. The only thing additional we ask, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, if you would be so kind, perhaps share this out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we've got all kinds of content coming your way. If you are interested in going even beyond all of that, well, there's a Pro Store, and you can always find those items directly below the video you're watching. The Pro Store, it's a cool place to check out for items that, well, definitely Disney and the rest are not going to sell you, but we're happy to do so. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.